Yep, recording started. There you go. Thank you. And stage is yours, Vinay.
Thank you, Gokul. Can you hear me? Can you hear me loud and clear?
We can able to
Yeah,
hear
we
you,
got.
but there's a background voice.
There's an echo,
Oh,
Vinay.
Echo coming.
Okay, okay, wait a second.
I think now it's okay.
Is, is it okay now?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay, just a logistic checks I'm doing before I start this session. Okay, we are good now. Yeah, thank you once again. Good morning. Thank you, Gokul, for introducing me. And so, how many of you are attending for the first time as a part of this Agile Series session? Anybody first time, or you know about our Agile Series, right? Okay, yes. Now, so right now we are doing Agile Series 3. And you might have already seen our conference is coming in December 14th. So we started to, you start this Agile series as a precursor for the Agile conference 2 years back. And now we are back with the series 3. As a part of series 3, in April, we have completed one session. Now we'll be continuing before conference. Our plan is to take at least 7 sessions on a weekly basis. So we'll be publishing the speaker as and when we finalize the topic and the speaker. Uh, that more details I'll be sharing. So if you see our YouTube channel, it's that chapter YouTube channel. If you can type PMI Pearl City Hyderabad chapter, you can see all the recordings of the all the sessions. Exclusively, we have covered all the Agile series also. You can see the playlist in the playlist, if you go, you can find series 1, series 2, and series 3 also. Yeah, I will try to, by end of this session, I will try to give the YouTube link in the chat. Let me do one thing. Right away, I will give that so that it is useful for. So why the reason I am calling out this, because we have covered in Agile Series 1, we have covered very fundamental topics like why we need to do Agile and why, what is Agile, what are the, manifesto, Scrum, and a little bit of the scale. So Series 1 is all about fundamentals and basics. And in Series 2, we have taken to the next level on the business agility and all other agile transformation pain points, scaling up and all. And now in series 3, again we have taken into the next level of empowering Gen Z people, which we have done in April month, and now we are doing on AI. So this session, I mean this series, we will target on little bit advanced topics, and also we play around our agile conference theme, which is coming up in December. So that's a little bit intro about the Agile series and the background which we were doing from past 2 years. So that's about so Agile series more or less with the help of the board volunteers. I am leading it, and it gives great joy and pride in working on the topics, bringing the speakers. I think we are one of the chapters in the region where the front runners and pioneers in leading the Agile sessions, and that's where we do our exclusive separate conference on Agile also, in spite of our annual flagship conference, Gallery. So that is the level and commitment of PMI PCC and the Agile. And I think we will continue that with all your support and help. Okay, so coming back to myself, as Gokul was introducing me, right? I'm a current active board member, and I'll take care of a membership portfolio. Uh, I've been with chapter with more almost 5 years. So that is my voluntary role, but my day job is with Infosys Consulting. I've joined Infosys Consulting 1 year back, and so in Infosys right now, I am now taking care of the one of the agile transformation for one of the FMCG client, UK client. So where we have now implemented the transformation from project ways of working to the product ways of working, and mobilizing or organizing the projects, existing projects around the products. So that is a little bit the current engagement. And my overall agile journey started in 2014, where I have been identified as pilot scrum master, asked to travel to our headquarters, my earlier company in Chicago, and I've got hands-on experience in Scrum, and then came back India and implemented in India Design Center. This Scrum implementation happened, of course, with a lot of pain points and background, because I was predominantly from the aerospace company, and aerospace companies are very big in nature and all. The projects are 2 years, 3 years long. So with that lot of challenges, we implemented Scrum, and then in 2 years, around 2017 and 2018, we had another challenges of coordinating with multiple Scrum teams. By then, we have 15 Scrum teams. After having 15 Scrum teams, we had different challenges on collaboration, alignment, planning, and all. So that's where again our organization decided to implement Safe Scaled Agile framework. So though again got an opportunity to have an in-person PA planning, which is a lifetime memory for me, and way back just before COVID. So in-person PA planning is made all the difference. Like that is a place where you hear right from the leaders to the development team. If you know about safe framework, so that is little bit. I'm in chapter also. I'm actually promoting agile, and whoever is needs some guidance on the Scrum Master, product owner, and everything. So that's little bit of what I can give back to the community is what I'm doing there. So that is little bit, and I will not go again straight away. I'll go to the. Okay, so let's be prepared. I think 10, 11 minutes we have taken. 50 minutes is what net I have. Let's prepare at least 5 or 10 minutes more, because I planned something what it's not only delivering something, but also I want really to have some hands-on activity. Last 10, 15 minutes, we will try to do some activity. Let's prepare for that. And as you all know, right, today's topic is embracing AI for agile, unlocking smarter ways of working, right? So I've been very fortunate enough inside in Infosys Consulting also. I've been actively involved in building AI agile tools for the agile teams. So with that background, I can share my experience. And also, if you are also doing something in your area, let's discuss. It's a learning session. It's not something that we are doing done some PhD here. Everything is evolving, right? Whatever ideas you have while we are discussing on the on the use cases, you can pitch in, or you can raise your hand or put some comments in the chat. So with that, so based on the topic, so these are the three learning objectives in next 50 minutes or 1 hour. We'll try to cover how discover how AI enhances agile processes by improving efficiency, automation, and decision making, and learn AI application for agile roles, ceremonies such as sprint planning and retrospectives, and explore real world AI use in agile to drive collaboration and optimize team performance. Although they are looking a little bit simple, but to cover, I think we need to really good at the pace. We'll see how it goes. And as I said, let's be prepared for 5 or 10 minutes extension here. Okay, so with that, so today I'll be covering on AI in Agile and AI enhanced Agile roles and responsibilities, AI in roles Agile ceremonies, and one case study and Q&A. Okay, so I would ask now to grab your mobile phones and scan this QR code and join this quiz by typing your name. Once you scan it, it will ask your name, and you can directly join. One thing, I'll put that in the chat as well. I see people already joined there. Okay, I see 8 people have joined. I'll wait for 20 in the interest of time, And once I have 20, I go ahead and start that. How many of us there? 55. Okay. Maybe we can wait for 25. You can join from laptop also, just in browser, type joinmyquiz.com and type this code 000132 and you should be, okay, I have 26, let's go ahead. It's not a quiz, just a, question. Okay, how do you see AI? Is it a threat, it is an opportunity, or it is both, or none of that? It doesn't matter for you. Okay. And for those who are trying to join, please join my quiz.com and enter 000132. Okay, now I got responses. I'm glad to see that only one response on the thread. I think people are now getting awareness. Earlier, when I asked this question in one of the conference, I got around 50%. Now it is one, which is quite interesting and encouraging as well. So yeah, opportunity, majority of them are saying opportunity, good. And then some are saying both. Okay, threat and opportunity. All right, I got that. I thought of, who is one who has given threat. Can you talk and can you give a little bit of background there? Why did you choose? Why it is a threat? Anyone, the whoever responded, if you are okay, you can share. No, or you
Yeah,
can type in the chat.
yeah. Hello everyone. Good morning. Vinay, may I speak? This is Manoj.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. So though I have not answered the threat option, I have answered both. It's because just to give you a brief intro about myself, I am holding a copyright in AI because I released a text in 2023, where when it was booming, Chat GPT, free model and paid version and all those stuff. Nowadays, Bar, Gemini, everything is there. So now coming to this context is that why I answered both is opportunity everyone knows, right? There is a Scrum Master Assistant available, PM Infinity available, which is catering to this concept that this is an opportunity for PM as well as Scrum Master. But for threat, if we see, you must be aware naturally, in the US, where it was pioneered in Richmond, Microsoft Office. First of all, generative AI in the corporate world started from there. So they have came up with the idea nowadays that they don't call it as an AI, they call it as responsible AI. So this is due to the fact that there should be ethical and ethics regarding consideration of the use of AI while we are doing so, because everyone is free to use. So there must be some best practices and other governing bodies, like for web there is W3C. So that's why I answered both.
Super, super. And others, please do drop your comments in the chat. I like your response, Manoj, and I'm glad to hear that responsible AI came right in the first ball itself. I thought of it, it will be somewhere after 1 hour or 2 hours after the match, but it was right in the first hour. That's good. We'll discuss more on that. I agree, and even many organizations now the evolvement is in different phases of the maturity. Once the Gen AI came couple of years back, it was eye-opening, and everybody was children runs for cake, a piece of cake, right? Everybody were on it. and slowly we have realized that okay, it has got mixed responses, and the quality of the response need to be improved. And slowly the threat and the insecurity feelings also slowly got settled down. And now we are in a phase of building some ethics around that, and some responsibility. That's where responsible AI came into the picture. That's a good. Thanks for sharing your opinion. Okay, so yeah, I think more or less everybody in the call agree, right? AI is an opportunity for us to enhance our skills, and also using AI we can do our job little bit better. To do that, our mindset and our readiness and our preparedness matters a lot. So now when we think about AI is everywhere, and AI is there in Agile as well. I need not to now call it out what are the explicit reasons and way to implement. But proper handshake should happen between both. Like these are not persons, but it needs to be done by persons, right? Something created by the humans, AI, and also the processes on the other side, agile. So the proper handshake need to be done. What I mean proper handshake means, you need to I've been talking in few conferences about the usage of AI in agile as well. So in one of the conference, one of the speaker was saying with AI implementation, we have reduced 100 members of team to 50 members. And one of the participant was asking, okay, what did you do with remaining 50%, 50 resources? Then said, we fired. Okay. And then that immediately caught everybody's attention that okay, you are using technology to tech, or laying of people and all. So you need to be very careful. And instead of firing them, we can say, of course, at the end of the day, it's a business and everybody's call. But instead of that, we are using that those resources for our innovation and other aspects of the role. We, we should be very, we are the no, driving agents. We should be very carefully take this and embrace it, instead of saying that we can reduce resources. You say that you reduce the hours to a particular task. Whatever amount of time you saved, you utilize it for innovation, or building up better products, or building up extra features. Let's say to build 10 features earlier, we used to take 3 months. Now with this implementation, it came down to 1 month. Now in next 2 months, you pull the upcoming backlog into there. So this kind of mindset we need to be there. So that's where I thought of proper handshake. Even to what extent of the technology should be there, and what is that, where we should have boundaries, where we should have that human intervention. All these things are still evolving, and that's where we need to be very careful here. But in all cases, we should be open to. I came across this one saying: if you ignore AI, you will be gone, or you will be gone from the current role. If you leverage AI, you will be continuing, or you will be sustaining in that role. So you agree or don't agree, you cannot ignore AI. That's my point, right? The next question we will see, for what activities we can leverage AI? This is a very generic question. No question for what activities? Okay. For all PM activities, data-driven decision, almost everything. I like this answer. Almost everything. Okay, decision making, WBS. Okay, all our project management folks are very active. Okay, repetitive task, administration. Okay, PMI and CSM. CSM is a Scrum Master, right? Okay, decision making, repetitive task. Can AI predict outcomes? Yes, it can. Okay, we'll discuss. repetitive task. So repetitive task is more or less common answer here. Yeah, repetitive process, repetitive task, repetitive decision making. This is very interesting. Decision making. Okay. Okay. For creating plans, of course, predictions, of course, planning. Okay. So decision making is the most popular answer here, and planning is anyone can talk about decision making and planning here in a minute.
Vinay, Lata here. I think decision making is something that we do based on the data that we get through the AI.
Mm.
Ultimate decision making is with us.
Yes,
It will only aid in our decision making, but not decision making completely. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. It gives you the uh, what you call it,
Inputs,
some references. Yeah,
data driven. Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
agree.
Vinay, just I'll take just 10 seconds, Manoj here. Just to add to this point, that's where AI risk came. If someone is making the AI learn by using the LLM involved, while we are educating the AI system to whom we are giving the data to generate certain inputs that will help in our decision making. Naturally, human will make the decision, but if we are giving the biased learning to the system, then it can influence our mind that we will take that decision only based on the data which is given as an output by that system. So naturally, we are the decision maker, but it can bias our decisions if the learning is not correct.
I like this word of bias and intellectual here, right? See, if you know about little bit of background of how this AI tools build, there are data sources, there are LLMs. They using these LLMs when they generate the response. We subject matter experts, they'll try to gauge what is the percentage of correctness of answer while training this model, right? It all depends on how we train the models. It is there is a perception that machine is talking, but machine is talking by what man is said or what we have designed it for. It is not using it doesn't have brain by itself. We have developed their brain, right? So whatever it is saying, we could be we are the reason, not we could be, we are the reason. So while building the solutions also, we need to be very careful about what is that output is generating. It onus on the us, right? How effectively we build our solutions. So these are the how we can leverage AI. Generally, all repetitive activities. Repetitive activities, something where everybody is agreed upon. Now, decision making is something different, right? What is the decision making? You need some factual information. You throw some reports and you ask something, and it will based on the data you have given, it gives some analytics. Based on that analytics, you will take a decision. That's good, but you should not ask whether this is right or wrong. Right and wrong could be very subjective and perceptive, right? Those subjectiveness and perceptiveness will not. I don't think it will come near future for the AI. So let's be very careful and also create that safe environment, right? I see quite often that everybody, especially young generation, they are in for it, but like our generation or a little bit more senior folks, they immediately maybe they may say smile outside and okay, we will use AI, but inside there is a that threat feeling. So let's embrace it. Let's use it very wisely and be responsible there. Yes, Vikas. Yeah, I'll take one question and then I'll continue. Yeah.
Visu here.
Yeah, sorry, Visu. Yes, Visu. Go ahead.
Uh, Actually, it depends on the data which we are using to train the model and how we are testing it. So based on that only, that is going to enable us to take the decision.
Correct.
That's the point I'd like to add.
Yes, garbage in, garbage out.
Yep.
As simple as that, right? Whatever data you feed in, I will show now in last 10 minutes. Whatever you feed in, based on that, it will give. So if you put some garbage there, it will show that garbage. Okay. The next question is on. Now I am coming on the specific to the agile. Okay. For what activities of agile ways of working AI can help? Design of product or service, improve PM productivity. Okay. So what is agile ways of working here? I'm talking about teams working in agile. Like if they are using Scrum, daily sprint, or daily stand up, sprint planning, retrospection, review, all these things. Okay, so and then in fact for scale agile environment also. For what kind of activities we use this AI, okay, ways of working, streamlining the process, okay, requirements prioritization and story points validation. I like this to improve and identify effective, to improve and efficiently conduct SDLC, project lifecycle and Scrum ceremonies. Good, I like it. We will see some tools as well, but again, one thing I'm not what. Promoting any tool, but I will show a couple of tools here. Notes during retrospection. I like it. Yeah, that's very specific. Yes, during retrospection, notes. I think now Zoom or Teams, if you use meeting summary option, that is taken care. So if you are enable that during retrospection, it gives that notes during retrospection. Streamlining, sprint planning, and velocity tracking. Yes, with the tools like ADO, Jira, and all, everybody is working there. Like how you have plugins option. If you use that plugins, it is doing that as of now. It is happening outside. It will enhance PM productivity, sprint planning, build intelligence in bug assigning and closure. This is again interesting. You see my Copilot GitHub. That's where AI is. You just give the scenario. It's generating the code and it's done. And very minimum human intervention. Your code is getting ready and reviewed, tested, and then in lower environment it is ready for to test, and but with couple of few tests it is ready to deploy in production. That is going on in rocket speed. I see that happening in Infosys in limited. That's going on rocket space. Writing a better user stories from requirements. This is also fantastic no, application where we can do sprint planning, charts and status report creation. Yes, yeah. So right. So that is how I think, more or less, if I talk that. So how AI is enhanced for agile roles and responsibilities. Like now, if you see in agile team, typically we see product owner, scrum master, and development team. Okay, what are the roles? Product owner is responsible for capturing the requirements and being a license from the business to the team. Okay, once that requirements is captured in business language, he or she will work with the team to convert those requirements into the user stories. What is user story? All this, eligibility, invest criteria, triple C, and all these processes, it will take some time, right? It will not happen in overnight. Getting some requirement from the business and to the time team start on that particular user story, it's almost depends on context to context, domain to domain, industry industry. But let's say I take average of 2 months. Now, by using something like a chat GPT, okay, chat GPT we cannot use directly inside the organization. Let's say take a Copilot or any of the tool, open AI, there are security concerns. I'll keep that discussion for later. But let's imagine you use that Gen AI tool, and then whatever these activities are there, right from the business capture requirements capture to the user stories given to the team, like definition of done, definition of ready, acceptance criteria, writing the user stories, detailing the task. If you use it, that 2 months of cycle time can definitely reduce to the 1.5 month or 1 month. Of course, we as a product owner, as a team, we will use our intelligence to confirm that that already teams are using on the floor. right? So that's a product owner point of view. Now, Scrum Master point of view. Scrum Master is responsible for the facilitating the events, and he or she is an impediment remover and all. So what in Scrum Master's day-to-day life this AI can help? When you compare it to the product owner, there is a little bit less probability of using Scrum Master, because Scrum Master is the person who have interactions with the team. But again, like capturing the meeting notes, you in the retrospection, if you the teams have that again option. If you have Microsoft 365 premium license, it is there. Meeting. If you record it also, it is using the recording the transcripts. Based on the transcripts, it is giving the MOM, generating the meeting of minutes and generating the action items, and also it's sending the reminders. If you really talk about it by what time it needs to be taken care, it's sending the reminders also. This is happening. So this is where Scrum Master can leverage these things. And development team, for coding, for doing some analysis, research, whatnot. There are limitless opportunities for the development team. And obviously, AI supports agile rules, helping them more effective and data driven. So here again, a very interesting statement that we are not using AI to replace humans, but to get better at our day-to-day operations. So we need to see that angle and attack it and embrace it. Okay. And AI in agile ceremonies, this we just touched a bit on retrospectives and planning. So for in an agile space, let's say Scrum, we have ceremonies, backlog refinement, daily stand up, sprint planning. Okay, sorry, backlog refinement, sprint planning, daily stand up, sprint review, sprint retrospection. For each of these event, right, there is an in criteria and exit criteria, and these are all are sequenced or the pipeline. Okay, for example, backlog refinement, we need to have a few stories ready, and product owner should be ready to tell the team that what is those requirements about and all. Well, based on the prioritization and the discussion, with that information, a prioritized list of stories will go to the planning. So if you have a proper understanding about in criteria and out criteria, and look for the opportunity of automation, you can do plenty of things. And obviously, as I said, that whatever time we are taking now without using AI, it could be 10 hours. But by using AI, it can be 4 hours. So while you are saying 4 hours, you use this 4 hours to bring the additional backlog into the, let's say, without using, our team development team is delivering 40 story user story points in one sprint in 2 weeks. With using some automation and all, obviously you will get some capacity, and now that 40 will become 50, 50 will become 60. That is how you need to leverage, and this thing needs to be driven by the coaches, the scrum masters, the leaders, everybody. And if you for again, for everything whatever we are discussing, data is the primary source here. Without data we cannot do anything. So that's where, what are the prerequisites for the implementation of AI? Now everybody is saying that okay, we go for it, but there are prerequisites for the AI. You need some good data. Data is not sufficient. Good data, structured data, as Vishu was saying, right? If you throw garbage in, garbage out. So yeah, and also few of the client engagements, right? Not everybody is doing agile product ways of working, or DevSecOps or DevOps. If you see product traditional waterfall ways of working is where the journey started, and then agile ways of working is came into the picture, and after that DevOps came, and after that DevSecOps came. Now the AI is coming. Wherever you see, everywhere we have data, and everywhere wherever you see data, it's an opportunity of implementing AI. Okay. And to do that, I just captured one case study on Spotify. They use their predictive analytics for backlog management and agile efficiency. And if you see Spotify, right, they mobilize their all the teams around the products, platform products, cloud teams, front end, back end, and they have used this analytics in a great deal so that they can bring the products in a faster time to the market, right? And that's where the amount of new features they've released in the market made them to be pointers in the market, right? When you compare, I don't think nowhere closely to the Spotify, the other platforms, right? So they have used this predictive analytics, and then based on that analytics, they have improved their automation and fast deployment and all. So for them to use, data played a crucial role there. Okay, and likewise, in Microsoft also now ADO Microsoft Azure DevOps, as I said, they were releasing the plugins so that use that AI plugins. If a team has doing agile ways of working from past 2 months, obviously they have user stories, features, all the data in the ADO tool. Now, by using these plugins, when we give the prompt saying that based on the last three sprints, can we have a improvement features or improvement user stories? That's one prompt, and again, based on the sanity of the data, it is giving the improvement features. So that is the where everybody is running now. So what are the challenges for the AI implementation is the first, the data readiness there. Okay, and we have multiple applications out there I can share. So these are the some of the tools, right? Copilot, ChatGPT, Bard, IQ, and Galileo. Okay, and very specific to Agile, we have Spinach, Socrates, Scrumify, Agile GPT. In fact, 1 week back or 2 week back, I myself I have built my own Copilot, Vinay Agile Coach Copilot. That does it make? What is the difference between other? And you can see multiple hundreds and thousands of Copilots built already. If you see, go to Scaled Agile website, Safe, you can see Safe Copilot there. What all these copilots doing, right? They take some knowledge databases. Let's say in my case, I have generated 10 Excel sheets with of data and with Agile question and answers. Okay, I have not used again ChatGPT. What is Agile? I've given some definition as per the different definition. Likewise, all other in a situational questions like and when product owner is resisting to bring the user stories into the backlog refinement or sprint planning. He is constantly directly bringing the user stories into the sprint planning rather than backlog refinement. What in this case you can do? So for that, as Agile coach, I have written something and I have captured. If somebody asks this query, this is the response. So now, when I ask the question, it is first going to my answer and generating the response based on it. Is not taking already existing open AI information. So the going forward, everybody says that we have our own tools, but the quality of the answer matters here. Okay, all the AI or Gen AI tools. Okay, so with that background, I did not go very deep into the all the nitty-gritties of these roles, responsibilities, ceremonies, but I wanted to cover largely how does it look like and what is happening in the market. I don't think this 1 hour will take sufficient time, but we will. Now you open your mobile phones, okay? If you are using ChatGPT or laptops also, let me open, we will do small activity. I have 18 minutes and then we will have a open discussion. Okay, let me open. So I use ChatGPT premium version. Okay, it's monthly $25, but yeah, I use extensively for everything. If you see here, I have my own Vinay Agile Coach, and I have Microsoft to premium Copilot license also. Now let's do some activity here. Open your mobiles. Okay, what is that activity is about? Integrating AI tools for sustainable product success. Okay, let's take a scenario. What is that objective? To demonstrate how AI tools can be integrated into agile practices to enhance product sustainability and success. fostering collaboration among Scrum Masters, product owners, developers, and Agile practices. Now, assume that you are a part of an Agile team. If you are not already, if you are already, that's well and good. And yeah, browser, mobile phone should be there. In step one, now we are creating a platform for republishing, reusing, recycling IT products. Okay, this is the scenario. Objective is to extend the life cycle of IT products and reduce e-waste. What are the key features? Refurbishment, tracking, market for used parts, partnership with recycling firm. This is the overall scenario, objective, and key features. Now, what I would ask you to use ChatGPT and ask for the mock-up data. What is the prompt you need to use is suggest mockup data for refurbishing, reusing, and recycling products. Okay, try this. See, I'll show the one of the important thing. This is the so there is another skill called prompt engineering that comes into the picture. How accurately you are asking question, that accurately the ChatGPT throws an answer to you. Okay, now I am saying suggest mock-up data for refurbishing and reusing and recycling IT products. How many of you are already trying that? Oh, please try. Everybody try that. Of course, you might have already done it, but let's do together and see what are the responses we are getting. I'm sure we'll not get a same response for everybody. Okay. Okay, here is the mock-up data for refurbishing and reusing and recycling program for IT products. Okay, asset ID, asset type, time, all these things it has given. Okay, and model, condition, action. So typical, format. Now I'll say you can customize it. Again, I'm going to the interest of time. I'm going ahead with it. Now I am asking now generate Excel sheet. Generate Excel sheet. Okay. So this Excel sheet options we have in Premier ChatGPT 4 Omni version. Now see, we will see. Now generate Excel sheet. Okay. The same thing you will get in the form of Excel sheet. Okay. So this is the data it is generated, mock-up data. Anyone tried and what is the response? Are you getting more or less the same or any difference you are seeing? Can anybody confirm in the chat? Did you get the similar response? Like this one?
Yes, I think I got the similar.
Nearly similar. Okay,
Sure.
similar response. Okay. All right. So now I said I've generated that and I've downloaded the sheet. You can see the sheet. Now let's see. You have some data with you, like in DevOps, ADO, or in Jira, or in Rally, any other tool, Trello. You have the data with you. Similarly, like that. So this is much more very structured data we have. Of course, that data also we asked, ChatGPT only. But in real time, we cannot ask. Generate data for our products, right? You have your own data. Okay, let's say, assume that you have a quality data with you. This is the data I have. This is the data I have from past history. Now what I'll say, I'll upload the same Excel sheet now. I upload the same Excel sheet. Now go here. So somewhere, something like this, it has created. We are good. Step 2, we are good. I'm going to the next step. Now, in step 3, in step 3, now based on the data, please suggest features, user stories with acceptance criteria defined, estimated using Fibonacci series, sprint-wise plan including development, testing, and deployment for one program increment planning. So this is a very extensive and exhaustive prompt here. And you have a lot of things. Every word has got different dimension there and different task for it. It is a combination of multiple requests. And now I am asking to generate the features and user stories with acceptance criteria, with estimation using Fibonacci series and sprint 5 planning for development, testing, and deployment for one program increment, which means average of 3 months. Now I asked from day wise to the for the quarter or 10 weeks, right? So let's see. I'll copy this prompt. I'll also put that prompt in the chat. Yeah. Now I'll go here and ask it. Okay. Now for what I'm asking for the data, what I'm uploading, right? It might be your data, your own data. Now, yeah, it takes some time. Let's see. So it's giving that. See, for us to do this, it will take months or at least weeks, right? It's just, of course, I'm not getting into the percentage of correctness of the data, but I'm just simply saying to get this structure itself, will take some hours of time. Okay. Now it has given what it has given feature and its respect to story, that story description, acceptance criteria, estimation. You see 3 story point, 5 story point, likewise, and also it is giving. Now I'll ask generate Excel sheet. The same thing you will get in Excel. Okay. So analysis, I'm downloading it. Did you try this prompt which I gave in the chat? What is the response you are getting? Anybody? See, it is giving future, user story, acceptance criteria, story points, sprint, development, and testing phase. Okay. Did anyone similar to your input? Okay. And this response generation is right. You can also tell the persona here as agile coach, as a product manager or owner. This more or less small difference in your output is because of your previous uh, behavior of you. If you see here, I'm been using from past 1 year. Everything is there. Okay. Of course, that is also threat there, but I usually use it for only professional work, right? So based on my behavior, it is fine tuning it has got some understanding about my behavior now. The responses is according to my behavior. If I do it in incognito mode or in separate mode, it will give slightly different answer. Okay. So see, this is the power now how you can use this tool for agile ways of working. Now I'll take things to the next level. Okay. Let me do here IT refurbishing. What I'll say is now based on the features and user stories, please suggest. Please, I will not say. Every word is very critical here. Please generate UI and UX images. If you are part of your development team, you know this. With US and UI team, you won't have dedicated fellow somewhere for multiple teams. One guy will be there, and it is how difficult to first explain and come up with this UI. It is need not to be picture perfect, right? I'm seeing something like this. If you can tell this, telling or communicating something is more powerful here. I'm not saying this is a 100% output what we are looking, but I need something like this. This kind of doing and generating image itself will take days, right? So if you see here, you're making jobs easy there. Okay. And recently I've been working on one of the use case where there is a chatbot in one of the website. It is an e-commerce website, and a chatbot is generally right. If you ask some question based on the FAQs or their data, it is generate response, or if it doesn't have answer, stipulated answer, it will say connect to our agent or assistant. Okay, these all virtual assistants is doing, right. It's been there for a while, and over a period of time, after 1 year, you have got substantial data, like tons of data. Now you use those data and feed it to the one of the predictive tools, something like this, and say based on the responses from the users, generate some improvement features. Gone. It will read based on the responses they are asking, the customers asking, they'll at least come with suggestible features and all. To actually do that, if you honestly speaking, any product manager, product owner, or somebody is looking at it and understanding it, will takes good amount of time. And but here it is only just like that. Okay. So these US are editable. Is it web version like HTML? So here, if you go here, you can download, and I'll show you here. If you see, for our session also, I was using, see, all these are the AI generated images. Okay, but yeah, to your question, you can actually edit this one, or you can ask for it. Okay, I need some element. So if you see that wording is, it's not that clear here and all. Okay, and you can ask for it. But again, background, the versions for HTML and CSS, I doubt. Okay. So, did you able to see these responses? The generating the at least this information till this you might have seen it, right? This plan, features, user stories. Okay, and now in future, if you see ADO or DevOps tool, ADO or Jira and other tools, now based on the team members, assign the user stories who are better at their skill set. Automatically, based on the pattern, the user stories the team worked on, it will automatically assign the user stories, right? Because it can see the what type of user stories has been taken by the X resource or Y resource, right? All these things is happening already. Okay, and there are limitless opportunities. I think it's yeah, you suggest UI and UX examples and suggest mock-up images. You can do proper product development. It's just happening on the tips. Again, the amount of maturity it is giving and all differs tool to tool and situation to situation. But in my case, what I say is, right, to get this spot, we will take at least a month time or a couple of weeks. But by with this tool, right, we can easily see whatever we work, right, it is a creative work. It will evolve day by day. If you given some feature, let's say the developer is working on it, based on the day-to-day work, that code or writing the code and nitty-gritties of it will evolve over a period of time. That's where we're pretty sure about doing something first in first attempt only. Doing something good in first, or quality product in first attempt. We will do this all trial and error method. That's where testing comes into the picture, right? So all these steps will take some lead time, maybe 2 weeks or 1 month. With the usage of tools, this kind of tools, if you reduce 2 hours or 10 hours, it's a reduction, right? That's where we should be quite open for it. To do so, you should be equipped with the knowledge of usage of AI, some tools, right? If you see in the market, right? I thought of showing this one. Already many. This is one of the website whonobu.oi. And when I went to US and when I saw that exhibition in one of our conference, this guy, as soon as I entered into the hall, I saw this, you are a everyday AI Agile coach. I'm an Agile coach. Gone. What happened? Okay. Meet your new AI Agile coach. Then I went there, I went some research. Fantastic. Still it is in working stage, but they're already onto it. And these guys, what this is the selling point for him, right? For any Agile transformation, Very big agile transformation, you need 10 agile coaches for that implementation, for the transformation. But in market, we have only one or two. So how do you reduce that barrier, that vacuum? Use the this virtual agile coach for trainings and some queries and all. So that is where they are able to sell this product to the market. So that's how the industry is. With that, I will take a pause and I'll take question and answers, and then yeah. Any questions, or how are you feeling?
Hi, Vinay. We got a couple of questions actually.
Yeah.
One of the questions in the early, someone asked is, can AI predict?
Can AI predict? That's
Mhm.
a question.
Yeah, that's the question.
Of course, it can predict based on your data.
Yeah.
So I'll extend furthermore. What it can predict if you're working in Agile, since we are talking very specific to Agile, as I said, if you are using any tools, we have user stories and data there. Now you use that tool to predict what is the velocity based on the history, what could be the velocity for the upcoming sprint based on the features what we have taken. So it gives the velocity prediction. And see, Gen AI, you more or less largely successful because of the content generation capability. That's where a lot of time has saved, right? For those also, based on the requirements, business requirement, generate user stories. If you give that, it will generate user stories with acceptance criteria and all. The quality of your response depends on your prompt and your requirements, but again subjected to human verification. Whatever you generate, if you take blindly to there, everybody nowadays they can easily. How many of you realize that I have used chat gpt or other tools for make this ppt? How many of you expected or already guessed it? How many of you? Let's see in this chat.
Being known, you, I know you did.
Right? Yeah, what is the other question?
The second question is uh, for AI to take a decision, everyone needs to feed various data and parameters. Doesn't it slow down the process in a Scrum setup where everything is time boxed? By Nikhil. The previous question was by Venkatramana, and this question is by Nikhil.
Okay, for AI to take decision, everyone needs to feed various data and parameters. Does this slow down the process in a Scrum setup where everything is time boxed? That's a very good question. That is where you need to be very careful in what context, for what purpose you are using AI, right? So based on the time box, right? You need to be very careful in using it. First of all, whether you have it, prerequisites is more important for users of this, right? You need data, very quality data, the sanity and the nitty-gritties of data should be well structured, and then it is ready to use. To build that again, it will take up time. So you are right. To doing that, it will take good amount of time on one side. Other side, your development goes on task. So you should be using it right time with right maturity and right tools with right mindset and with right guidance. All these things are matters to use. I see everybody these days fancy, okay, I would like to use AI in my teams, can you work on it? First of all, your team is not ready. Their mindset is not open to use they are using Scrum itself. They are a little bit anti. Now you are saying AI. So that will not helpful there. And do you have this criteria, pre-request, like do you have data ready? No. So you should be very cautiously use it and have that in criteria for using the AI. I remember, if you are an agile team and you are doing DevOps and also bringing security aspects, which is called DevSecOps, you are in ultimate zone to implement AI 100%. And all these before steps are there, right? DevSecOps, DevOps, and then Agile. The probability of using AI will get reduced, because for all this journey, data is data and integration of tools. All tools, whatever tools we use, product owner use one tool for requirement, development we use one tool for development, and we use coding for one tool, deployment one tool, production one tool. We have these many tools. All tools needs to be flawlessly integrated and talk to each other freely. That's where DevOps will come into the picture. And implementing security aspect or bring the security aspect, cyber security aspect is what DevSecOps. So these are all the preconditions to use AI 100%. Yeah. Yeah, transformation from mindset to growth mindset is the biggest challenge. That's where every agile coach, they know methodologies, frameworks, but this is difficult to tackle. Somebody, Manoj, raise your hand.
No, I have not raised. Oh, sorry. There is another no. Sorry, William.
No issues. It's another Manoj.
No worries.
So when I was trying to say the based on the overall session, we understand based on different work environments that each individual is working on, it's more of practicing the AI tools as the tools are also evolving, and see it's more of practice that we basically learn how we can use it better and how individually it will assist us to perform the task maybe in a shorter period of time or handle our projects better. That's
Right.
just what I understand.
Yes. So first of all, are we ready? That's what I was checked with first question. And do we have that awareness? I see most of them, every one of us have awareness. Then for the what can we use for AI automation, repetitive task. Then we went for agile, specifically for planning, for writing the user stories and all. And slowly, how you can use what are the tools available? Open AI tools. Even every organization, even our Infosys, they have Infosys Topaz team. They have invested heavily, millions of dollars they invested, and they are pointers. Like even I am involved in one of the building AI, our own tool, our tool. That's where I have to learn this Copilot, how to build Copilot and all. With that understanding, now I am involved in building the prototypes or our own customized tool so that we can go for clients and sell it. Use this tool, give your data as input, and it will generate your. And we are since it has got security aspects covered, we are not recommending any open AI tools like Gen AI or other tools. So that's where we are going, and we are doing fantastic. I think already we are making great progress. So that is how the market is now. Okay, so I think we are over by 5 minutes. As I said, let's prepare for 10 more minutes. I think I'm good here. So as a conclusion, please do connect with me on LinkedIn if you really want to learn, and also mutual learning, whatever you are doing in your area. If you are already implementing AI in your space, please connect with me and we can discuss. I'm very interested, and we can share and learn from each other. I'm quite open for that. Okay. And yeah, so with that, I will do this announcing part, and then we can wrap up. Or Gokul, will you go ahead?
Sure. Yeah. You can start. You can go ahead, Vinay.
Sure. So on November 9th, our chapter is conducting student conclave on November 9th from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., followed by lunch in admin block, Narayanamma College here in near Film Nagar. Okay, we have packed agenda, and we are encouraging our young leaders. It is free entry, by the way. Please do get registered. Reach out to Lata for any questions. She is leading this conference. And as I said, Agile conference is on December 14th. We have opened early bird registrations. Registrations are going at fast pace. Please scan QR code here. Get yourself registered. We have early bird going on. And then we have this year theme is Agile Next, navigating agile practices beyond practices. And Suresh and Shiva is leading this conference. If you have any questions, please do reach out to them. And I would encourage you to utilize this early bird opportunity. And this time we are doing in Infosys campus, Gachibowli, Hyderabad. Okay. And upcoming session is on the 2nd November, which is coming Saturday. And
This session will
probably
be
it will be
recorded.
at the evening time, because I'm working with one of the enterprise agile coach who is Carlos Lopez. He is yet to confirm his timing because this time it will be a little bit early for him. So we will go for evening so that it will be afternoon. He's from UK. We are working on the topic, and more or less 2nd or 3rd November is what we will go. But we will confirm in on Monday. Stay tuned. As I said, we will go weekly sessions. Before this conference, we are targeting 6 to 7 sessions. And stay tuned. We will be coming up with these advanced topics and prepared for the series. And upcoming workshops for PMI PCC workshops, please do connect with our academic director, Seshu Ganti, at academy@pmipcc.org, and you can reach out to him on WhatsApp 9989136831. It's give him a call or text. You can know about our PMP workshops, ACP workshop timelines and course and all. Yeah, with that, I think as a part of the session, I saw around 66 or 70 people joined. So all with your PMI ID, you will be getting one PDU credited. If you are given your valid PMI ID, your PDU will be auto credited in less than a week. If not, if you are not didn't get this PDU, please do reach out to our events director, Gokul, and he can help us. And with that, thank you, team, and thank you for connecting on Sunday morning. It little bit different for me also. I think hope you have learned something and gained something. And yeah, thanks, and see you next week. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vinay. Was a wonderful session with hands-on, case study. So hopefully all the members who joined should have learned some prompting and how to use these AI tools for the regular usage. It's a huge potential. You can reduce your time and automate your processes much faster. So, you go ahead, use the AI tools and explore and talk to each other, network, and build on what we have learned. So once again, thank you all for joining on a Sunday, on a weekend day, and wish you a good weekend, whatever the rest that is left over. So, and advanced Deepavali wishes to all.
Yep, happy Deepavali. Yeah. Thank you, Gokul.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
We are, I will stop recording and